It was December 10th, a light Wednesday practice in the middle of final exams week. Tom Allshouse took a couple labored breaths, gasped, and blacked out. His head flopped to the side as he lay on his back on a University of Delaware basketball court.
I felt great. I knew it was going to be a short practice, so I was going to go as hard as I can and then just relax the rest of the day.
We were in the midst of exams, so we were just really trying to get the guys, get them a sweat. We were doing some individual work.
And everything seemed fine. We were just running next to each other. Somebody missed, and when we came back, I just felt them lean on me and kind of knew something wasn't right.
And I saw Eric right next to me, so I just leaned on him, and then I felt like I just faded out.
And all of a sudden, one of the players yells, "Hey, coach!"
Usually no one's talking. It's just panting that you're hearing. So you just kind of knew that something wasn't quite right.
And when I woke back up, my trainer was standing right there. And then I saw my coach, and I saw everybody, and then I realized where I was, and then I realized what I did.
Thomas was out probably for about 5 or 10 seconds, I would say. And then he came back too.
And my heart started racing again. And I actually went into shock, and I fainted again.
So everything seemed like things were really bad.
So then Thomas stopped. It was like he took his last breath, eyes open, and Paul said that, he checked for all the vitals and, no heartbeat, no pulse, no breathing.
An ambulance had already been summoned. The automated external defibrillator was beside Lowry, ready for last resort use. Then came the sweetest sound.
Tom just gasped for air, and it was just that moment where you hear a sign of life, and you're just thanking whoever that something happened.
It just didn't seem. I thought I just passed out. I didn't know I stopped breathing until I got to the hospital. It was a shock.
Allshouse walked onto the UD men's team. As with most non-scholarship players, his duties were to play hard in practice, cheer enthusiastically in games because he wouldn't often get in them, and set an example for younger players.
I didn't think I was going to make the team, and then I just tried out because I like the competition. I like playing guys that are better than me. And then when I made the team, I was like, oh, I can't believe this. This is unbelievable.
Walk-ons are so important. A lot of times their value is overlooked and underappreciated. And because people don't understand how hard they work every single day.
It doesn't matter for us if you're the first player off the bench, the last player, or starter, or everybody has a key contribution to our team.
He cares about the program. He does. He's a great representation of what we want this program to be about.
We're all a family, so when one person goes down, everybody has their back. If it's a simple injury or as dangerous as what Tom had.
I think the true indication of what type of person that Tom is even when he was in the hospital one day after practice, I went over to the hospital. I was there for 5 minutes, and 5 teammates came in, including 2 freshmen. 5 minutes later, 4 more teammates come in.
The whole team showed up too. 4 at a time. All of them showed up at once. I don't know if it's, corny, but we are like a family. We're really close.
It wasn't for, I think, 2 days that they finally said, a couple of your tests just finally added up that, his heart wasn't pumping properly and enough blood like it should be.
They did an echo, which is an ultrasound of my heart. Well, they put me on an EKG, which is a monitor, and then they did a stress test where I was on the treadmill, hooked up to all these wires, but they didn't show anything. And then the next day, I did an MRI on Thursday. That's what showed my weakened heart. Well, I was supposed to be released Friday morning, so I was really excited. And they came in at 7:30 in the morning, and they said that you have to stay a couple nights, and you'll probably have to put a defibrillator in. And that whole day was just emotional. Just the realization that I needed this thing, and it was serious. It was pretty big. I'm not going to play basketball, I don't think, anymore. I'll shoot around in the gym and stuff and run, but I probably won't play.
Tom Allshouse has spent the last month contemplating a life without competitive basketball, which he has enjoyed since age 5. That has been difficult. Considering the other option, it's an acceptable trade.
In practice, not being able to just sub myself in and play, it just kind of sucked. I'm going to try to make it to every single thing that they have, just to be with the team and to help them out as much as I can.
You're a part of this team. Wherever we go, you go. Whatever we do, you do. You may not be able to do the physical part of it on the court. Everything that you're capable of doing and you feel up to doing, you're a part of this.
Allshouse knows he's lucky that he lived to learn that he has a heart ailment. That may not have happened if he was playing in a rec league game or a pickup game, where they likely would not have been an athletic trainer, AED, or someone with CPR certification.
You know, Tom's been happy from the moment he came back to consciousness, and he hasn't been upset. He's not been down on himself the fact that he can't play basketball anymore for the university.
With Tom, it was a normal day, and next thing you know, we find out he's never going to play basketball again. So I think anything that you have an opportunity to do day by day is a blessing, and you should take advantage of it.
I thought it was going to be my knees or my back or some my ankles that gave out before my heart, because I had no prior history or anything with heart condition or anything like that in the family. When something happens, I just got to deal with it, accept it, and then just keep going.
You know, it could have very easily happened in a different setting, and by it happening here, them catching it, them doing the necessary procedures to prevent it from happening again, I think it's very fair to say that basketball saved us all.
Yeah, I mean, it saved my life. I was technically dead for 15 to 20 seconds. That's something I don't like to think about. But if I did go on a run, who knows, I may not have come back. And that's, like, I'm really, really happy that it happened here.